Hey there, how you doing? So glad you decided to drop by. I'm Hambbage, and I'm about to dive back into some Toehold on Eternity. Hope you guys are ready for some buzzy kind of fun. That's right, we're buzzing with excitement for bee puns and bee adventures. I can't wait. I said it in the description of the last video, which I write, after as I'm throwing up those recorded play sessions, and I'd really going into this hadn't really considered bees as a priority for quite a while. Obviously, we've talked about them from the very beginning, and we can throw these in here. At some point, we're gonna have to run arrows downstairs, but I don't want to right now. I'm too excited about bees. Absolutely full on, genuine, and to be fair to the game, a lot of times I accuse it of starting over with night times. Clearly, it has not this time. So, here's our first bee area. And as I was talking at the end of the last episode, um, for those few of you guys that date back far enough to having watched episodes in Slow Cooker, we're going to do a very similar build here that we have there to get our bees cranking and going. And I would like to change up the styling quite a bit, and that's what we're going to talk about here and kind of celebrate. Hey, oh, you running away? You scared? You should be. That was an awful Yoda. So I do think eventually we're going to kind of double this up. Come here, XP. Or not double, but supplement. Because if we do pigs, we'll put them kind of back here, and we can do sheep and horses all in the rest of this valley. But this little area going out beyond the chickens and the cows, this can be bees as well. We could even have a couple wrapped around here, and I want to go bigger bees than we did last time. We had a lot of bees last time, all because the honeycomb and resulting products from it are going to be so much more useful, and we'll quickly eclipse all that. But I just like having the bees. In case you didn't notice in the last video, I get kind of excited about them. I think they're really cool insects, and um, uh, kind of the underdog. They just don't get much love when it goes around. So, what does all that mean? What are we doing in today's episode? Well, I've got a style idea that I'd like to try out for these bees that in functionality is going to be very much the same as our past episodes, but in appearance is going to be very different. I hope. I hope it'll be a good difference of appearance, but it's a material that, just like the bees, has fallen further in its experience in Minecraft than most blocks have been around. It's an oldie and an underappreciated goodie. And we're going... Oh man, we should maybe stop at the desert on the way after we do this. Because we do need sand. We noticed that on the last... Yeah, it was the last episode when we put the gunpowder away because we don't have much of any sand. So Our desert that we've harvested is going to be passing underneath us. If you look straight ahead out the cabin, you'll notice desert, and there's where we've done most of our digging so far. But that is not our top target here. I recalled this from our previous flight back from spawn, and I don't know exactly where it was, but we may be able to do a couple birds with one stone here if I haven't already passed it. We may have this. This is already starting to feel kind of spawny. There's a lot of texture. Okay, so this was spawn. Eesh. I'm gonna make sure I'm. Okay, so the last one we followed the coast, and I guess that's what we're gonna. Rocking these. Ooh, there's a village. Rocking these rockets pretty well. Sure, let's pay him a visit. I don't think we've been in here. And we'll take the fern. I'll leave them their logs. We don't need to fill up that much. Let's take the berries. For one thing, I don't want to step on them, but for another, we were just loading up an animal box, and we don't even have a full stack. I can hear a fox. Did you hear it? Beamer. Sounds kind of like a little squeaky toy for a dog. Alright. Alright, where'd the village go? That was a part of bee prep too. We need a lot of flowers, so oh, come over here and grab a bunch. Oh, my hole. I think that's the same one I was just in. A lot of times, these spruce taiga villages will have, yeah, oak saplings. It's not the sapling I was looking for. Spruce! There's a wolf. One. Great. This would have been an awesome village right at spawn if I happened to go this way. Alright. Well, that was unnecessary screenshot. This is north. Do I want to fly again? Let's wander. I don't know that we're going to have much bee luck coming this way, but we can certainly grab flowers. As we go. And we won't find hives on spruce trees, but we may before we get back home. So yeah, this is kind of an explore segment that's going to fit into our bees, because one thing that we want to do now that we have all of our silk touch tools is we want to silk touch up some bee nests to transport more bees into. Were you going after the fox? I saw your red, angry eyes. For a second, I thought you were coming after me. So now this is all kind of secondary stuff. We need these flowers clearly, but we can't grind them pretty well with bone meal. Bone meal? When we get it going. I don't know that that's our same iceberg area. We may have slept along here once upon a time. Long, 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 long time ago. Oh, hello, my friend. I'll leave him to it. Big old hole. Turtle. Coal. Guys, I lost an entire biome. How is that even possible? And I thought we'd passed it once on the boat when we were first getting started, and then again on our way home one time from spawn. Fortunately, I never really explored it, so I don't know how big it really is. You know, sometimes you just catch that little corner of a biome and doesn't end up being much anything, but I think we need to take back to the air. And then this is our desert again. I was so excited I was going to go right back to this place. But I think if we don't see it right here, then it's got to be back again, because this is then the forest, and then, or the spruce forest that goes out towards our darkroom spawner, and this is going to be the mixed growth forest. If we go right through that, we're back home. So however, this will do us fine, because this, my friends, is what we're looking for. And I was looking for, I know we saw an edge of some swamp. um, somewhere between spawn or around spawn and home, but sure didn't see it this time. But yeah, the original brick, way back when I started playing, was already there. I don't know how long it went, but I remember, you know, early on, first of all, I wasn't totally accomplished in late game play and all that kind of stuff. So I'm for anybody who's just discovering Minecraft, you know, unless you start playing after having watched a bunch of videos, your first impressions are going to be, you know, of, hey, I found a taiga and it was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that before. Um, you know, odds are you catch a plains and or a forest, or you're going to gravitate to those very quickly because they've got most of what you early on identify as things you need to survive. So I was just like that, and so a lot of my early building, you know, aside from cobble and wood and some of those kind of things, some of my earliest impressions were of brick. Why? It was a weird block, I guess. Clearly, something was going on. Um, yeah, the polished of the Neapolitan blocks, as I jokingly refer to them, and then the bricks. And I never really used bricks as much as I'd like because they're kind of a pain in the butt to gather. You gotta gather, you gotta cook them, all that stuff to make the bricks. So they're rarely used, and I think for our bees that'll be worthwhile because again, I don't see many people that are playing outside of kind of creative mode stuff using them much at all in the palette. So unless it's for the obligatory, I'm going to build a fireplace in a kitchen or something indoors, and then they'll make like 5 of them and go. But I think for us, this may work out really good. And I don't know what I'm envisioning for anybody who has checked out the old slow cooker world or saw us when we built the bees back then. We had sandstone posts with wood blocks suspended above them and then the bees hanging from them. And that is the functional part that I am not getting rid of because it works so well to set your fires below and have them out of the way and always ready so you can just light and go for harvesting and then be on your way without generally having too much of an issue with the bees getting upset. So we definitely want to maintain that. That's kind of cool. A little deep slate right on the edge here. But I just wanted to do something a little different. And depending on how it looks and all that, I think, you see the fences everywhere, kind of, fancy houses in old neighborhoods and older, where there will be a brick post with iron fencing between it. I'm kind of thinking that look where we do that and do iron bars across the top and then hang the bees below. If not that, maybe wood if the iron looks hokey. But that's kind of my initial thought pattern. So we got a little, again, this isn't going to go far, as you guys will see pretty quickly, but We are out of the water. Let's pull a few more of these and maybe get rid of some of these just inventory clogging junk items. They're not junk. We need the flowers. We need the fern, because fern. We don't really need the seeds, but so far I don't think that's gonna. We'll very likely get more of a lot of these kind of things if we. Oh, we don't need full stack of berries. All right, good there. Let's top these off. How are our wings doing? Pretty well. And how are we doing on time? 20 minutes in. We can still find this. Oh, now it's almost time to go. I think we're going back this way. Here, swampy, swampy, swamp. The reason I'm looking for a swamp, the water areas of the swamp are usually 1 to 4 blocks deep. They have pockets of depth in and around them. And lots of that then have, that could be a good raid setup here. Something to remember. Let's go up here. Whoosh. Oh boy. Coming in hot. When you just have been pumping rockets, sometimes you need to allow a little more braking time, I guess. It sounded worse than it was. We didn't take a lot of damage. Where are you, Swampy? Now we're back to the whole spawn area. So maybe it was somewhere out in this finger of land. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not one to pass up a... Oh! A gold block. Now where was it? That's up here. Don't start a forest fire while I'm here. Lava. Golden apple. Do I care? Take the obsidian. I don't think I care about any of the rest of that stuff, but I did care about this. Boop. Oh. Take that. At some point, we're going to need to charge up, what is it, a lodestone or a something? Something or other. Can I pull this off? Whoa! What? No. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's all just chill out. I did get the gold block, though. Whoa. Alright. We've got some reckless flying going on here. And all I want to do is find the swamp that I knew was here at some point. Saw a very viney, swampy tree. And I went, oh, that's a swamp. Maybe someday I'll get back to that. At the time, not at all thinking that I would want to get clay. Okay, mountain's scary with this world acting the way it is right now. I remember it being kind of like plains and mountain. Oh man, that looked like a hollowed out mountain that hadn't loaded all the way. How about we go up? Swamp! Where are you, swampy swamp? There you are. I knew it was around here somewhere. Alright, so let's try to do a little bit of a flyover and see if we... Oh, no, it was just loading, but look at all this clay. So all these little grayish spots, that's all good clay. Oh, there's a big one. Oh, sand. I thought we hit the jackpot. Alright, now let's switch out the wings. No, let's go. See what we got. Go under the lily pads if we can. Clay, glorious clay. Like I said, we'll probably end up with a bunch more dirt in the process here. Put me into super swim mode. Let's get some air. Oh, wonderful. It's quite a sound. Is that like a swamp water sound? I don't know that I am familiar with the sound before. So, of course, clay here, the old and reliable, kind of got supplanted by the mesa, and you guys all know I'm a huge fan of the mesa and the terracotta and all that kind of stuff too. But yeah, when that came along, it kind of canceled out this idea of cooking and just to get some bricks, you got a bunch of different Adobe style and colors and all that kind of stuff instead of just the old typical masonry red clay and white mortar kind of brick style. But I still love it architecturally as well as in the game. You're and I have to think that this is legacy stuff that clay is just so off the radar now that some of those old invisible blocks bug stuff never got around to fixing it with clay because nobody really cares or notices. And this is why I kind of said, oh, this will be perfect for bricks because it doesn't take a ton of them, right? We're just making vertical posts out of the block, so we don't need an endless amount. You would never want to make a massive build with bricks. It would drive you batty trying to keep up with it all. So, and I love how long we can swim with the Res 3. Makes all this worthwhile. Or easy, I guess. It's worthwhile because of the wonderful bee habitat we're going to build. So you guys kind of see how many times these blocks don't go. For anybody who's come to Minecraft in the last 3 years, maybe, when were invisible blocks such a thing? There was a while when it was so bad. Once you got your tools rocking and you had efficiency 5, if you were running through the nether, you'd get stuff like that, where here we can see it easily. It's probably the best way to illustrate what was happening back in the day. But the game would go through, and I don't know the mechanics of it really. I never really read a official doc on it or anything like that, but everybody knew what it was. And it basically is just some kind of timing right here. See? So there's some kind of timing where when your tool is going too fast, the game doesn't fully process that block entity no longer exists. And so while it broke it, and by the lack of the water and everything, it's clearly tried to remove it. Oh, now I lost it. There it is. When you then try to go interact with it, it's still there, right? We couldn't place that dirt block. There was still a clay block there. And you would run into that all over the nether and all these places where you'd be running through, and it's just air, right? So you don't have that water to show you, and you'd be trying to run along, and you just get stuck. Say we're just cruising along here, and there's nothing in front of us, and you just stop, and you'd be like, "What's going on? Is my game lagging? What's happening?" Well, it was just, and then if you tried to place dirt there, all of a sudden, pop, you'd have netherrack or whatever blocks you'd been clearing pop up. So it looks like this is just a legacy of that. It goes to show you how little old style clay gets used these days. And that's just one of those things that also, I should note, it says it in the subject here, but I'm playing the official released 1.17.1. And as I understand it, the experimental build with the caves and all that kind of stuff does have some adjustments to swamps. So maybe this got covered in those. I don't know. Feel free to comment if you know that they specifically addressed the clay in the swamps, because while it's kind of novel to see it again, and it's really easy to deal with here because you see the water when you know the block is missing. It is something I think they would likely get around to fixing at some point. And again, remember, many Minecons ago, see, there we go again. There was the vote for mountains or swamp. So they had swamp in their sights as well. You don't. It's like raising kids, right? You don't give an option that isn't already acceptable when you give a choice, right? So the votes for which biome, well, yeah, we can do any of those. we already have a plan. They've kind of got initial staff meetings, I'm sure, of, all right, what would we do if we had a chance to work in the swamp? What would be the goals? And that was already in the video, the videos leading up to it. It was like, okay, well, glow squid are going to be a thing, and whoa, 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 whoa. Glow squid will be a deal, and we'll have rafting and hidden underground flooded caves and all that kind of stuff. So all those came to be. I think we're gonna need more rockets. We're gonna need a bigger boat and more rockets. I think a stack will get us back though. So I think that should be plenty. I guess we'll find out. Let's just to be safe, screenshotted that, and I guess I should south, north. We should be able to get up over these mountains. And I think some of this was all that area around spawn. Actually, if we could find spawn again in our little portal, we could use our link to get home. We could also scan for bees in some of these trees. Or we could just get home. This is the one of the points along here is where we came out and talked about sleeping. There was a creeper down here, and then we cut back in that way. Quick check. Sorry, guys. Not too bad. Okay, now is this our... Yep, there's our dirt. Oh, we were going to do this, actually. This is perfect. Right? So, let's wing this down. Fill up this with a bunch of random stuff. The non-clay. Then we'll use cyan for clay. Hang on one second. There you go. Alright, I didn't forget to unmute. Sorry for the interruption, guys. I try to minimize those, but sometimes can't prevent it. Alright, set that there, that's obvious, and then we'll have another one of these for sand. Hey, should we continue out, or should we take down some of this hill out to the coast? Let's see where coast level is. Oh, we can go a long way down. I don't even know how far this will go. Perfect. Oh, look at this. We got a whole little sand hill here. All right. So go, 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 go. This is not on our bees at all. Just we need it for TNT eventually. And flying right over the top. Got to do it. So we'll just do a quick load here. This does come through. Hold on. Hold everything. What? No thanks. We fight mobs up here. That has no place in our mob fighting area. Kind of messed up and made a bigger hole than I would have. Yeah, not cool. It looks like everything was sandstoned up, so that's a little better, but that will wreck your day. Skelly Creeper game's gone wrong. Alright. Speaking of which, my apologies, but I think we want to stay on focus, so no imminent Skelly Creeper games. Put you away. Put you away. One of these had all the random stuff. Ooh, what is that? You guys hearing that? It sounds like, is that like carpet cleaner or something? I don't know. Where you at, Skelly? Oh man, we don't want to listen to that. I want to do bees. I did hear, was it like, maybe it was last night. There was like somebody like super vacuuming, which I thought might have been upstairs or either behind me. Or maybe somebody had a bit of a mess they need to clean up. Don't think that's like the typical like new tenant moving in kind of deal where they do the cleaning because it was evening time. You know, it would have been odd timing to do any kind of like official work. Ooh, well, aside from unexpected lava trap, this will be a good improvement on our little desert of potential fun. Yeah, now that I have that, and I almost certain. I mean, it's either like it's way too early to be blowing out sprinklers, but it's like a compressor, right? So it's either that or some. Can't think of what else in landscaping other than blowing out sprinklers would use that kind of an air pump type deal. Oh, well, this is. I don't even know if you guys hear it as much as, say, my breathing into the mic. And again, cheap, crappy little headset. Would love to get a shielded, better muffled mic so you don't get as much of that. Someday we'll get that. Whew. Well, I think that'll probably fill our needs here for a bit. Perfect. Go ahead and pick all these up. Switch back into wings. That's our corner. Don't even need to look. Gotta get over these woods, but we should be kind of tracking right for home. There we go. And now we are... Oh, I like that. There we go. Now, let's eat up. Let's just take everything downstairs. Hey, doggy. It's pure stat, in case you guys didn't know. Toolbox. That. Swap out for that. And that. So we don't have it in the rocket box and forget that we need to repair the wings. Alright, there's those. Oh, I should have kept the rocket box handy. Good job, sand. Back to rocket box. Not bad. Oh, I apologize. I hope you guys aren't hearing as much of that as I am. So sorry. No idea. And especially had I known I was going to have an interruption too, I would have been like, yeah, you know what? This is going to be the super short episode. We're out. We'll see you later. But having already made you guys wait, kind of feel obliged to, excuse me, get a little more bang for a buck. But we may call this one pretty quickly here and give it a come back under more favorable circumstances treatment. While we're down here, though, let's see what of these things we have. Grab out the things we can actually do stuff with first. Actually, we can do pretty much everything. Cacti, that gets that. Dirt. And sand. Come on. Ugh. It's awesome when you get your last hop right, or your first hop right as you're getting there. Gravel. Oak saplings. Alright, that's enough of that random stuff. Now get the box. Put it away. Let's not forget why we came here. Still, we want to hang on to these. Can all go upstairs. Upstairs, upstairs, upstairs. Slimes. Ooh. Uh... Oh, I left it for enchanting. Oh, man. How much time we got? 5 minutes. Oh, you guys better not despawn before the next episode. That's all I gotta say. All right. Flowers down. Fern down. Berries, seeds, gunpowder, gold, sapling, apples, sticks. All right, now what? I'm wondering if now we fortune these, because this is what will this do? I don't know that I've ever silk touch shoveled clay before, now that I think about it. Oh! Yeah. On the other hand, I don't think we've brought back any terracotta yet to set up storage. We do have the box. We will do that and then say goodbye and start the fortuning of clay. When we get back. So this is going to be the Isle of Terracotta. Boom. We may have a gazillion of them eventually. But in the next episode, I guess we're going to see if we get multiple clay balls. Wow. Well, what a fiasco. The swamp wasn't where I thought it was supposed to be. We didn't find any bee nests, but we didn't look very hard because we were so busy looking for a swamp and almost crashing, and then getting clay, and then getting sand, and then me getting interrupted, and now some carpet cleaner van or something, I guess, going crazy. So, apologies. I hope we can do a little better in the next one. I don't know how long my break's going to be, but it's going to be at least as long as this noise keeps up. So you guys take care. Enjoy a good one. I hope it's quiet where you are, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye now.